Yeah, and regarding this last comment of shooting to the stars, uh, maybe you can publish, or maybe you can set the proposal with the full number, with the full price, and maybe you are in this like, I'm not feeling I'm going to start, and maybe you can start testing and put it like early bird or a discount, or we are in promotion, but you let from one, like you let the other side that this is the value. Maybe right now I'm charging this because maybe you are having this
So
cold feet, or you don't want
yeah,
to go over there, but you are like having this conversation, and maybe you can take off this promotion, and then you can go to the full price. So that's
yes.
like that, like the mathematical and the way to an easy way to put the number. But how about
Well,
talking about the
yeah.
behavior of ourselves, like being in this in imposter syndrome, and because we don't want to rise our prices because maybe no one is going to hire me, and I'm going to be the greedy one, that the ones that want all the money. So talking about that, what you
Yeah.
can share to us?
And so I tell people, get over it. You owe it to your family to charge more. You owe it to your customers to be profitable. I don't want my doctor, lawyer, accountant, bookkeeper, coach staying up late working hard hours and being tired. I want my professionals to be experts. Experts should work with experts, first off. And so it's your own mindset that is holding you back. And so, how you can overcome that. So, I'm going to write this down. We just did that exercise. Your
Yeah.
first offer, 25.
Mm-hmm.
Then we doubled it, and then we doubled it again to 100. Then we doubled it again for 200. Okay. And what we did, right? Let me just get this piece. This is going to be magic, Juan Ho. This is going to
Okay.
be magic. So we went through the exercise 25, and we justified it, wrote what we did, justified it. Then we doubled it and got to 100, and we justified it. Then we went to 200 and justified it like we did. Now you have three choices. You can now give your prospect a choice. Would you like this? Would you like this? Or would you like this? Chances are they're going to pick the middle. It's the safe option. And so when you're creating your what are the services that you do for 25? What are the services that you do for 100? Everything you do for here, you do for here, you do for here. So this ends up looking like this, like this, like this. This looks like this, this. For 200, you get all of this. 100, you get all of this. 25, you get all of that. And so, in essence, by going through that exercise of doubling it and justifying it, you just have three price points that you can test with the market. You can test them individually, or you can offer the choice of three and see which one they pick.
So and that makes a lot of sense, because that will start like making, this is my options, this is the way that you have it. Maybe you start having what you let this go. Maybe some conversations with some customers that they are looking only for price, like, and you start like showing this, like, this is like the menu, like this is the combo one, combo two, combo three, and
Yes.
it's a diner, and then you like, okay, this is what I can do, and this is the minimum amount of money that I would like to have in order that I can be with you. And that makes a lot of sense, like to move from that point. Because sometimes also, if we go to all these numbers, all the lists that you can do it, you might also be doing it, but you will be doing in an hourly rate, and that will maybe make you be waking up in the middle of the night, still working, and with maybe with that number, like, okay, it's justified that I maybe
It's
today
it might
I
be worth it.
worth it, like,
Right? Yeah, yeah. And so, the beauty is when you give a single quote. If I were to give you a quote, say you're a landscaper to cut my yard, you give me a quote, $35, $35. I said, you know what, Juan Ho? Nah, can you do it for 30? Okay. When you get, and you might say, you know what, Ron, I can't do it for 30, but I can do it for 32. And we negotiate.
And yes,
and
we
we do
start
the
this.
deal.
Yes.
Yep. So when you give a single quote, it opens up the conversation for negotiation.
Yes.
When you give two quotes, it opens up the conversation for negotiation. It's a take it or leave it, this one or that one. Well, can you do better on this? When you offer three, magic happens. You're now putting the person in a power to select what they want. That's why the beauty of three, large, extra large, supersize, right? We see it in all the restaurants.
Yes, we have it in all these cafeterias. Yes.
Right. And you pick, you don't negotiate. So that's why three is also a great way to do it. And so, yeah, there's a lot of different ways, but everybody needs to increase their pricing. Inflation, inflation, inflation. If you're not increasing your rates, your products or services, you're not going to be able to provide the good service that you need. And you're going to be discounting your lifestyle and your family. That's why pricing needs to be very personal, because I don't care where you live. If you want me to work with you, you have to pay me my rate. If you can't afford my rate, that's not my fault, not my problem. I guarantee there's other people out there that will pay for it. There's always going to be people that buy the bottom of the barrel. There's always going to be people that buy the luxury. Most people buy the safe option, the middle,
the middle
what
one.
makes sense. Yeah. So if everybody's buying the low end stuff, raise it. Raise it again until people stop buying it, but some are still buying it. If everybody's buying it, then it's too cheap.
Yes, and also this this gives you, if you start starting to price in this premium or higher, you will be as at the beginning of the talk, you will be more, you're talking about the lifestyle, but also you're talking about what you're going to provide to the other. So maybe you that justify the all the training, all the lectures, all the conference that you need to assist, because you want to be a better. So you need to start also raising your prices sometimes, and it's very very common. Like, and here's some, I have it maybe with some conversation with some other colleagues or people that they are very afraid of rising up. And I say, okay, if you have just go to this conference to the other side of the world, you pay your flight ticket, your conference, and you're not even like having this return on the investment. Why can't you do? You are being prepared with the best of the best, and you cannot have like this best pricing product, and you start like you're a commodity. And for us as a customer, maybe like, okay, it's I having for free. If you see the curriculum, all the experience that they have, but sometimes it's not sustainable. It's not going to be sustainable for your provider. You need to have this also related
and
price.
Also go back to the first story I told. Price dictates perception.
Yes.
The chances are, right, even you yourself, right, or the listeners, when they're buying something at a premium, they treat it better, right? If they buy a nice car, people are probably taking care of it more than if they buy a piece of junk, right? You can just go get another one. What do you want to be? What do you want to be known for? Do you want to be known as Walmart? Or do you want to be known as like the Dallas Cowboys?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. What do you want? And it's not easy. It's not easy being the most expensive. You have to learn the lingo. You have to learn understand the buying tendencies. You have to speak with that buyer at their level, and you have to show confidence in yourself. So, but everybody, I mean, a 3% increase across the board on anything is kind of inconsequential to the buyer. for most things. So if everybody's listening here, if they increase their rates 3%, that 3% can go in their pocket. That 3% can go down to pay debt. That 3% can go down to hire. But if you don't increase it and things keep getting more expensive, your margins are going. The next minute, you're going to be doing anything you can to sell anything just to get revenue in the door. Start looking at yourself as a very valuable piece of jewelry. Somebody that is going to want to buy you, treat you well, follow your instructions, and make the relationship last.
Yes.
Right?
And also, what happens when and I think that I hear you or read it in one of the things that you sent us some months ago. How to resist to that temptation when, for example, you are raising your prices, and then you have this customer like, okay, I can sell it with the last year price list, but I don't want it. How to handle that? Because that's a way of increasing, always looking how you start giving more value. That's raise your price, but then you have like, okay, you're moving from one market to another, and then sometimes like you start like seeing this slow in sales, but maybe in number of sales, but maybe in revenue it will like compensate that. Did you have like I'm not getting to the quote, and maybe I can go back? So what you tell to yourself where are these points?
Well, the first thing I do is I declare to my staff and my company and anybody else that I am going to be doing a rate increase. When we share to other people that we're going to be doing anything, there's a higher probability that we will do it. So if I tell my staff, we're raising rates January 1st, 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 there's a very big possibility, well, there is probably all likelihood that I am going to raise it as a business owner. You don't want to be that business owner and then say, I'm afraid not to raise rates after I just said that. Right? So you have to do it now. Okay. Now you're probably going to get less deals. It's not the price. It's not the price. Work on your presentation, role play. Maybe you're still attracting those that can't afford the new price. That's okay. Practice on them. Practice. Okay. Keep going. Bite your lip. Do everything you can not to give that discount. And if they ask for a discount, you can say, Juanjo, unfortunately, I have no more favorable pricing options. It would be very unfair for me to discount a new customer coming on in when I've had legacy customers paying the same amount for years. Most people understand that, right? So declare, stick to it, practice, stick to it.